The Steelers, if it's time to start Kenny Pickett, we're going to talk about this over and over and over again, really since the Steelers drafted him. Again, going back to what Mike Tomlin says, and this was his full quote in the post game after Thursday Night Football. Let me read the full quote. He says, "I'm not in that mindset. I'm interested in reviewing this tape and looking at the totality of it and figuring out how we collectively get better." To answer that question, definitively no, end quote. Here's where I land. To me, this points to the offense has more than just quarterback issues. In two things. If you're not going to start Pickett this upcoming week in week 4 against the Jets, because it's almost like a mini bye week coming off playing on Thursday Night Football, you have extra time to prepare. I wouldn't do it until November 13th at the earliest. That's week 10 against the Saints, because that is coming off your bye week. So that's where I land with this. What say you, Ike Taylor, about the Steelers quarterback situation and really their offensive woes overall?
Man, this is tough, Mark. How can I say this? I just watch how the team body language is different when Kenny is in the game. And yeah, it's the preseason, but when you're on the field, your body ain't gonna lie. You know? So, and this is nothing against Money Mitch, but when Kenny is on the field, the body language of the offense looks a little bit different, if you know what I'm saying. Looks a little bit more vibrant, you know. So if I was to tell Money Mitch Trubisky is who I'm talking about, hey bro, let loose. Don't be scared to make mistakes. They're going to happen. Let that ball loose. Throw that ball. You already know how to read. Throw that ball, let it loose, bro. Just let it loose. Because if you play not to make mistakes, you can always just be okay. And he's an okay quarterback. And I think Mitchell Trubisky got it in him. I just think personally, he just need to let loose. You know, because when Kenny comes in, you can tell Kenny Pickett, it's like whatever. All right, they catch an interception, but I'm going to throw this ball to where my offensive guy's going to have an opportunity to catch it. I don't care who's on him, 2 or 3 people on him. I'm just going to rock that thing. And you can tell like he probably be saying that on the sideline or in the huddle. Hey, look, everybody open. Everybody open. I'm going to give y'all the opportunity. So that's the difference off of what I see. Now, playing Kenny Pickett, that's on Coach T and their staff. You know, I just know from afar, the body language looks different on the offense when Kenny Pickett is in the game.
If you're worried about the offensive line protection with the rookie, I could understand that. But again, going back to the Browns game, they were without Jadeveon Clowney. There's 2 starting linebackers, Anthony Walker and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, left the game with an injury. Their starting safety, Ronnie Harrison, was down with an injury. He didn't play. So I look at that and it's like 17 points, 3 points in the second half. It's not good enough. An average of 18 points per game through 3 games, that's not good enough. I look at this upcoming week against the Jets, a Jets team that's allowing 27 points per game through 3 games. And it's like, if you're not going to do it against the Jets, schedule's not getting any easier, right? Because you're away against the Bills, you host the Buccaneers, at the undefeated Dolphins, then at the Eagles. Right now, if the season ended today, most of those teams are going to be in the playoffs.
Look, Mark, he had the offensive line during the preseason. It was doing this thing. So what's the difference? It's damn near been the same offensive line. So you might as well let him rock if you really gonna let him rock. It should be our offensive line. Nah, he was doing 2-minute drills, comeback drills, sitting in the pocket with the offensive line in the preseason. So he was handling his business in the preseason. His passing rate was one of the highest for the preseason out of all the quarterbacks in the preseason with the same offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they can't come to me with talking about the offensive line. Nah, he found the way to win ball games with the same offensive line.
I'm with you, Ike. And that's where I'd say preseason's a little bit different, but trust me, I'm with you. A few other things I noticed about the Thursday night game, and I know revisionist history, hindsight's 2020.
Right.
But when Pat Fryermuth's getting his first target midway through the fourth quarter, why? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. His first catch comes with less than 3 minutes left in the game. Why? Now, I liked that they tried to get George Pickens the ball, targeted 7 times, but only 3 catches. That's not great efficiency. So I really think that this signal, Mike Tomlin's answer, goes to some of the offensive problems and woes fall beyond the quarterback position. And it's almost like, I remember, and I'm not saying Duck Hodges is Kenny Pickett because one's an undrafted rookie, one's a first rounder. But when they brought in Duck Hodges in the 2019 season, that offense had a spark. And it's like, okay, you get a spark, but I think that there are more problems with this offense than just the quarterback play thus far, which is why it's like, okay, we're going to bring Pickett in there. But if Pickett has some of the same problems, like, the question you need to ask yourself is playing Kenny Pickett going to be the difference between winning and losing right now? Because it's still early in the season and you want to try to make the playoffs.
I mean, George got his targets. I wish he would have got his targets in other ways. Mm-hmm. Pat should have been got looks early on in the game. And we're talking about Pat Fryermuth, the tight end. For me, when I watched the game, Mark, I thought sometimes we just need to go up tempo, like change the pace a little bit. Mm-hmm. When the offense did change the pace, they got in a 2-minute situation, and there wasn't a 2-minute situation. Things started to have lived up with the offense, you know. So guys started to get a little bit open because you're rushing the defense to make calls, or they can't make substitutions. You know what I'm saying? So, I my personal opinion, that's what I thought. You got to mix it up a little bit. You know, if it's not going your way traditionally, that's get the play call in, going to the line of scrimmage, making the call, making the play. Do a hurry up. So, hey, hurry up. So now you put the defense on eggshells. So that's what I was thinking when I watched the game. Like, if they could do a few more hurry up situations, you know, they'll take some of the pressure off the offensive line and Mitch Trubisky.
And that's what they did on their first scoring drive. And on Taylor Talk in a separate video, Ike, we're going to be breaking down the X's and O's on how George Pickens made an absolutely incredible catch. So we're going to be breaking that down in a separate video. But the Steelers were going tempo on that drive, and it led to their first score of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was just my personal opinion. Like, if we go tempo a little bit more, that might open the offense up for real.
All right, Ike, so the Steelers sit in third place in the division after 3 weeks, ahead of Cincinnati, both the Steelers and the Bengals at 1-2, Browns and Ravens at 2-1.